All right, beautiful Leo souls, gather close. What's about to unfold for you, my radiant lions, is a cosmic spectacle unlike anything witnessed before. Dear Leo, a Leo woman, or man, for we embody both fierce strength and tender heart, shines with a spirit as vibrant as the midday sun. Within you resides an entire galaxy of passion, loyalty, and often unspoken challenges you've faced with remarkable grace. Today, I'm not just here to deliver a message. I'm here because something urgent, a profound whisper from the universe, is calling out specifically to you. This is a message I truly believe you've been silently praying for. Perhaps last night under the moon's glow, or maybe through all the years you've quietly smiled, even when your heart felt a deep ache. And you know what? Finding this very video wasn't a mere coincidence. Oh no. My friends, for souls as destined as yours, nothing is random, especially for Leo souls, those magnificent beings so often called to lead, to inspire, and to walk through trials as if you are the last beacon of hope in the gathering shadows. I can feel it resonating so clearly within me. Something monumental is coming for you. A profound shift, a pivotal turning point, a majestic wave of energy no one could possibly foresee. It's not here to overwhelm you, but to awaken a part of you that has been resting, a part eager to roar once more. Please, take a few precious seconds right now to breathe deeply with me. Inhale gently, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly, as if you're throwing open the windows to your soul, letting in the first refreshing breeze after years of feeling confined. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't just a fleeting forecast, it's a sacred invitation, a powerful calling from the universe, meticulously crafted just for you, the one who has loved so fiercely, healed so bravely, and still, with quiet dignity, finds your way back to your own magnificent center without ever truly asking for anything in return for your generous heart. I truly believe you, my dear Leo, are one of the chosen souls, not to merely endure, but to profoundly transform, because you don't just feel deeply, you perceive with an incredible depth. You're not just hurt, you comprehend the pain of others, even when they may not always understand the radiant complexity of you. And because of that, when the universe chooses you to receive something truly extraordinary, it is never by chance. It is a miracle, long destined, patiently waiting for you to be strong enough, grounded enough to receive it with open and steady hands. Now, my radiant Leos, I want to invite you to engage with this message, for it is crafted with your journey in mind. Before we dive even deeper, if this resonates with your soul, do me a favor right now. Comment below using the template, "Hello, I am ready for unstoppable abundance," and subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom to stay connected to these transformative insights. Your comments not only help me connect with you, but also create a ripple effect of inspiration for other Leo souls on their unique paths. I know, my fierce friends, that many may not truly see the silent, arduous journey you've traversed. They weren't there in those quiet moments when you sat in the shadows, whispering to yourself, "It's okay, just a little longer. I can do this." They couldn't know how many times you presented a dazzling smile to the world while your own heart quietly fractured, like a magnificent but weary wall, finally succumbing to pressure. But you know what, my dear Leos? The universe saw it all, every single moment. And today, a brand new chapter, rich with untapped potential, is waiting for you to open it, not with your hands, but with a heart that has finally learned to love itself enough to cease living for the expectations of others and to begin living for the sacred, undeniable truth that burns brightly within you. Have you ever, even for a moment, felt like the world kept spinning, vibrant and alive, while you stood still, caught in a quiet pain you couldn't quite articulate? If your heart resonates with a resounding yes, then I implore you, listen even more closely now. You were never forgotten. You were never truly alone. It was precisely in those moments when you felt most adrift that the most divine light, the universe itself, was meticulously rewriting your destiny. You simply couldn't perceive it yet. And perhaps, just perhaps, this very video, this moment we share, is the sign you once whispered prayers for during those lonely nights when all you truly yearned for was for someone, anyone, to say, "I see you, I hear you, I believe in you, magnificent Leo." So, if you've ever had that profound moment, even just once in your life, I invite you to share a few words in the comments below. Not just for me, but for the countless other Leo souls who might, through your authentic story, find a reflection of their own truth. Because who truly knows? The light you bravely share might be the very spark that saves another soul navigating their own silent storm. And now, you might be asking, so, what's truly coming? What is this urgent message that I absolutely must hear right now? Because, my dear Leos, there is a sacred event, a major turning point, a profound twist of fate approaching. It moves quietly, yes, but it is potent enough, transformative enough, to forever change the very version of yourself you once believed you were destined to become. This is not for everyone. This is specifically for souls as deep, as real, and as resilient as you. So please, don't go. This transformative journey is only just beginning, and right now, I will guide you to a crucial part, the inherent challenge and the brilliant light that invariably follows every storm. This segment might touch you so deeply it brings tears to your eyes, but it also holds the incredible power to help you rewrite the rest of your magnificent life. You know, my dear Leos, there are certain pains no one truly sees, yet they exist, as real and as fundamental as the very breath you take each day. I call them silent storms, those solitary passages where Leo souls like you have walked through alone, in quiet strength, with hearts as passionate as fire, yet sometimes torn by things that seem to go utterly unnoticed. How many times have you reached your limit, collapsed internally, yet dared not cry out loud, fearing that someone might discover your moments of vulnerability? How many times have you, with your generous spirit, embraced the blame, simply because you didn't want to cause pain to others, even when you were the one who deserved protection and solace? The universe hears every single one of those moments, louder than anyone else could ever perceive. And perhaps this is precisely why you are here, listening, right now. Not just to find an answer, but to receive the profound confirmation that everything you've navigated was never meaningless, that the emotions you were once perhaps chastised for as being too sensitive or too dramatic are, in fact, your most sacred spiritual gifts. A gift bestowed only upon those born with the capacity to love and lead unconditionally, with an unmatched depth. I've always held this unwavering belief: no pain, no challenge ever appears in our lives without carrying a profound message from the universe, a lesson waiting to be unveiled. Each time you rise, my resilient Leo, after being hurt or knocked down, the incredible light within you becomes even purer, even more refined. Every single time you choose the expansive path of forgiveness over the constricting grip of resentment, you are actively elevating your soul to a deeper, more profound level in your unique healing journey. The world, in its often limited perception, might mistakenly believe that your inherent gentleness, your open heart, is a weakness. But you and I, my fierce and knowing Leos, we both understand that it is precisely that very gentleness, that unwavering capacity for empathy, that prevents humanity from freezing under the immense weight of its unnamed sorrows. You, with your innate optimism, used to believe in the fundamental goodness of others, even when the world wasn't always good to you. You silently offered prayers for those who caused you tears. You smiled brightly at someone while your own heart was quietly mending. And if you're sitting there, wondering if anyone, anywhere, ever noticed those acts of profound grace, then this, my dear Leo, is the confirmation you've been patiently waiting for. No one, absolutely no one, can steal that brilliant light from you. No one can extinguish that inherent kindness, because it is the purest, most formidable weapon the universe bestows upon souls as magnificent as yours. And in a beautiful paradox, that very kindness, that radiant generosity of spirit, is the strongest, most impenetrable shield that protects you from the very worst that life might present. I want you to pause for a profound moment right now. Recall a specific time in your life when you truly believed you couldn't go on, that you had reached your absolute limit. But then, something held you back from the brink. Perhaps it was a sudden, unexpected message, a kind word from a complete stranger, a gentle, knowing glance on the street, a vivid dream, or even just a breath, drawn a little longer than usual. Do you remember that precise moment, my dear Leo? If you were once pulled back from the edge by something that seemed so incredibly small, then you too carry an immense light, a beacon that possesses the power to illuminate and save others. And your words, if you dared to write them down, might just be what someone else is silently, desperately praying for. You see, the universe, in its infinite wisdom, never forgets those who have loved with their entire heart, those who have poured themselves out with such unwavering devotion. And the miracle, my magnificent friends, is this: when you truly believed you had reached the very end, that was in fact the glorious beginning, the precise moment when everything, truly everything, begins to fall into place in a divine order far more sacred and perfect than you ever dared to imagine. You, my Leo, have been patient. You have been kind. You have not given up. And because of that, I need you to understand this profound truth. A gift is coming. Something uniquely crafted. Something that no one else but you can truly receive, because it is intricately woven from all the things you have lost, from the hopes you once held close but never saw fulfilled. A meeting, a breathtaking opportunity, a profound realization, something that will touch your very soul and gently remind you, I was never alone. It is coming. It has been set in motion long ago, simply waiting for the perfect divine moment to arrive. And that moment, my dear Leo, is now. Because at the very instant you feel you cannot go on, destiny itself begins to move closer, an exquisite arrangement you cannot escape, guided by your profound intuition, by your quiet yet unwavering faith, and by a heart that has never ceased beating with purpose until this very day. We have journeyed through the storm, and now, ahead of us, lies the purest, most radiant light. Come with me to the next part, where the magnificent wheel of fate begins its gentle, profound turn. A reward, a powerful confirmation. A gift from the universe is patiently waiting for you to open your hands and receive it, without fear, without hesitation. Because this time, my Leo, it is truly, rightfully, unequivocally yours. Some changes, we know, burst into our lives like a sudden, fierce storm, unprepared, overwhelming. But others arrive with a gentle grace, like a soft, caressing breeze brushing against the heart, like a profound whisper from the very depths of the soul. And only those quiet enough, those tuned into their inner wisdom, can truly hear it. For Leos, I believe that the greatest, most transformative gifts rarely arrive with clamor or fanfare. They emerge through empathy, through a knowing gaze, through your powerful intuition, through an undeniable feeling you can't quite name, but you know deep within your core, with absolute clarity. This is the moment I have waited my entire life for. I see before you, my radiant Leos, a wheel turning, not hurried, not chaotic, but slowly, mysteriously. It is the wheel of destiny, a quiet yet immensely powerful shift in the cosmic fabric. It doesn't ask if you are ready. It only turns when your magnificent soul has experienced enough, understood enough to truly comprehend that everything that is coming is meticulously designed to lead you back to your most authentic, powerful self. And when this sacred wheel begins its turn, something profound will happen. A door will gently open. Someone significant will walk into your life. An unexpected invitation will be extended. A tiny sign will appear that might seem meaningless to others, but will be strong enough to awaken your entire, potent intuition. And that intuition, my dear Leo, that sacred gift bestowed upon you, will always recognize what is true, what is meant for you, even before your brilliant mind can begin to question it. I have met so many souls like you, magnificent Leos, generous, silently sowing seeds of love and inspiration everywhere you go. Always the listener, the protector, the understanding one, yet so often the one who waits the longest to truly receive. But I have learned something invaluable, a truth that I hold close. The universe never, ever forgets anyone. It only steps back to meticulously clear the path. It stays silent to grant you the sacred time you need to heal, to integrate, to gather your strength. And it waits with infinite patience until you are strong enough, secure enough to reach for the gift, not out of a fear of losing it, but because you know deep within your bones that you are profoundly worthy of it. Life, my dear friends, does not promise to be effortlessly easy, but it absolutely promises to be fair, especially if you live with an honest, open, and courageous heart. What you have navigated, what you have endured, wasn't just to sculpt you into the deep, wise, and resilient soul you are becoming. It was also so that you can utilize your own powerful story, your own journey, to touch others in a way no book, no mere words ever could. Because the true gift from the universe sometimes isn't precisely what we want, but what our soul needs, arriving at the perfectly right time, with the perfectly right person, in the perfectly right way. Just imagine, my beautiful Leos, if tomorrow you woke up and someone magnificent stepped into your life, not to fix you, for you are not broken, but to love and adore all the things you once mistakenly thought were flaws. They wouldn't need you to be perpetually strong. They would simply need you to be authentically you. Or perhaps, just when you're on the precipice of relinquishing a cherished dream, thinking it's simply too late, a glorious door swings open, offering you a compelling reason to believe once more. Not because you forced it into existence, but because you courageously let go of fear and began to truly believe that you, magnificent Leo, are profoundly worthy of something beautiful. These very things, these miracles, are drawing closer than you can possibly imagine. And they don't arrive for everyone. They are reserved for those patient enough, honest enough with their deepest feelings, brave enough to walk through profound pain without allowing it to extinguish their unwavering faith. And if right now, in this very moment, you could wish for one single thing from the universe, what would that whisper from your heart be, my dear Leo? A brand new beginning? A long-awaited forgiveness? A heartfelt, overdue apology? Or perhaps the arrival of a stranger with whom your soul has always felt an undeniable connection, even before meeting them? I invite you with all my heart to write that down. Write it for the universe to witness. Write it for yourself, a powerful declaration, and write it for another Leo soul who might also be reading these comments, yearning to hear that they are not alone on this incredible awakening journey. And then, when that gift finally arrives, you will know. No one will need to confirm it for you, because your fierce and knowing heart will declare, "This is the reward I've been patiently waiting for, and I am ready." But you know what, my radiant Leos? The universe doesn't just want you to receive this incredible gift, it also wants you to courageously let go, because you simply cannot hold the pure, brilliant light if your hands are still clinging to the shadows of the past. No one can truly maintain peace if their magnificent heart still holds on to what once caused them pain. Let us now step into the next, crucial part, where you will learn to gently, yet powerfully, release what no longer aligns with your evolving soul and open your arms wide to a new beginning that carries none of the burdens of the past. Because behind every conscious release lies a glorious rebirth. Dear Leo woman, dear Leo man, it is time. You no longer have to pretend to be perpetually strong. No more pretending you're perfectly okay when, deep inside, you've yearned to release a torrent of tears so many times. No more holding on to the things that weigh your magnificent heart down like heavy stones, simply because you believe you must be strong to keep going. I know, my generous Leos, you have forgiven countless times, not necessarily because others deserved it, but because your expansive heart simply couldn't bear the suffocating weight of resentment. You have held on to painful memories, not because you truly couldn't let go, but perhaps because you still harbored a quiet hope that one day someone would change, someone would return, and finally realize how truly beautiful and precious what they had with you was. But my dear Leo, today, the universe does not want you to live one more day placing your hopes, your precious energy, on someone else's shoulders. Today, the universe is issuing a clarion call, inviting you back to place your hopes, your profound trust, back into yourself. Because true healing, my friends, does not begin when someone returns. True deep healing begins the moment you consciously choose to walk away from the places, the situations, the relationships that caused you to question your own inherent worth, your own magnificent radiance. I understand this deeply, for I, too, have walked a similar path. I once clung to an unhealthy dynamic, believing that if I loved enough, if I loved deeply enough, patiently enough, that person would somehow transform. I mistakenly thought that if I could just heal them enough, they would miraculously learn how to truly love me back. But then, a profound realization dawned upon me. We were not born to save others. We were born to live in our own authentic truth, even if that truth, in its raw power, sometimes makes others uncomfortable. And you, a Leo soul with a heart overflowing with compassion and loyalty, do not need to endure discomfort or sacrifice your core self to prove your love. You do not have to diminish your own light to cling to something that no longer deserves the brilliant essence within you. Letting go, my dear Leos, is not an ending. No, letting go is a silent yet immensely powerful declaration that proclaims, "I choose peace, I choose freedom, I choose me." You are not betraying anyone by choosing to love yourself first, with fierce devotion. You are not selfish for establishing healthy, sacred boundaries around what hurts your magnificent heart. And you are most certainly not weak when you allow your tears to fall, because sometimes tears are the bravest, most potent affirmation of a soul that is courageously growing, evolving, and healing. Have you ever, in a moment of vulnerability, asked yourself, "If I truly let go, will anyone still remain in my life?" Perhaps no one will. Perhaps a few people will choose to leave your path. But the one person who will always, unequivocally, undeniably stay is you. And you, my magnificent Leo, deserve to be loved without having to constantly sacrifice yourself until you are utterly empty. You deserve to walk into a new, vibrant life, where peace is no longer a fleeting luxury, but the fundamental standard of a heart that knows, profoundly, how to love rightly, truly, and completely. So today, in this sacred moment, what are you truly ready to let go of? A relationship that once caused you deep pain? An expectation that no longer authentically reflects the person you are becoming? A pain you've carried for so long it has perhaps integrated into your very being. Write it down, my dear Leos, not to prove anything to anyone, but as a small, powerful ritual, a way of declaring to the universe, and most importantly, to yourself, "I have held this long enough. Today, I choose to release it." And you don't have to navigate this alone anymore. You are seen, you are profoundly supported, and you are absolutely allowed to let go. Because when you release, a new, expansive space will open within you, a quiet stillness, soft as morning mist, pure as the first light after a cleansing rain. And there, in that sacred space where your hands no longer desperately cling to what once was, the greatest reward will arrive: rebirth. Not a broken version of yourself desperately attempting to repair, but an entirely new you, born from authenticity, radiant courage, and a deep, unwavering love for yourself. Keep walking with me into the next part, where the miracle truly begins, where your light not only returns, but begins to shine from within you in a way no one, no hardship, can ever again extinguish. You see, my radiant Leos, you don't actually have to try to be the light, because you already are the light. It's simply that there were moments, perhaps many moments, when pain, exhaustion, and the myriad expectations others placed upon you conspired to blur the pure, unadulterated brilliance within. But then, when you consciously let go, when you make the powerful decision to walk away from what no longer truly belongs to you, you don't actually lose anything. Instead, you create a sacred, empty space. And from that very space, something utterly magical begins to grow. It isn't loud. It doesn't announce its arrival with fanfare. It doesn't bring an instant, overwhelming brilliance to dazzle you. It simply arrives quietly, perhaps on a morning when you wake up, look into your own eyes in the mirror, and realize it doesn't hurt in that same way anymore. Maybe it's an unexpected kind message that lands in your inbox. Maybe it's a complete stranger offering a helping hand as you navigate a crowded street. Maybe it's an opportunity that appears small on the surface but ignites a powerful feeling within you. I am seen. I am valued. That, my dear Leos, is how true miracles arrive, not as something external that swoops in to save you, but when you make the profound decision to stop waiting for someone else and begin the courageous journey of saving yourself. You begin to choose to love yourself again with fierce tenderness. You begin to stop blaming yourself for past mistakes, for you did the best you knew how. You begin to speak kindly to your own magnificent soul, as if you are gently holding your own fragile younger self. I too, my friends, once harbored the thought that miracles only happened to others. I mistakenly believed I was destined to stand outside the vibrant stories of happiness. But then, one transformative day, I dared to walk away from a relationship that consistently made me feel small, diminished. I dared to say no to something that, on paper, made logical sense but felt profoundly wrong in my heart. And that, my dear Leos, is when the light began its glorious return. Not from the external world, but from deep within me. I realized, with crystalline clarity, miracles are always here, always present. They simply require you to believe, with unwavering conviction, that you are truly worthy of them. And you, magnificent Leo, have now begun to touch that very truth. You don't need to seek something overtly grand. Just start to feel again the things that once seemed small, insignificant. Your inherent gentleness returns. Gratitude quietly blossoms within you, like a resilient flower unfurling after a gentle night's rain. And life no longer feels like a relentless series of things to simply endure, but instead becomes a soft, beautiful current where you effortlessly live in sync with your own magnificent heartbeat. Have you ever wished for something so long ago that you eventually forgot it, convinced it was simply too late? Have you ever let go of a cherished dream just because someone somewhere once told you that you weren't enough? The universe, my dear Leos, did not forget those dreams, those wishes. It meticulously recorded every tear you shed, every unspoken prayer whispered into the night, every single time you bravely smiled just to prevent others from being burdened by your own profound sadness. And now, one by one, piece by precious piece, it is all being returned to you. Not exactly the same as before, no, but gentler. Not overwhelming, but deeper. Not to shake your foundations, but to find a safe, sacred shelter within you. If you can feel that something is genuinely starting to shift, even just a small, subtle stirring deep inside your being, allow yourself to name it. Name the joy. Name the gratitude. Because miracles, my friends, expand and multiply faster when we courageously dare to recognize them with unwavering faith. And you know what? When you are reborn, truly reborn from within, the world around you also begins to transform. Not because external circumstances suddenly become effortlessly easier, but because you no longer tremble before hardship. You have learned with fierce grace to walk confidently in your own light, even when the path ahead is still uncertain, still shrouded in the unknown. You, magnificent Leo, have learned to love yourself with every ounce of the generous affection you used to give away so freely. You have chosen to forgive, not necessarily because others always deserved it, but because you profoundly deserve peace. Profound peace. You have bravely opened your heart to the future, not because you have erased the past, but because you now know that true, abiding light always waits just behind what you are finally ready to release. And now, I invite you into the final, sacred part of this journey, not to bring an end, but to powerfully affirm, to write a sacred wish for the new, vibrant life you are about to step into, and to know with absolute certainty that from this moment forward, you no longer have to walk alone. Let us walk together to the final part, where you will affirm your glorious return, express profound gratitude for what has passed, and declare to the universe with unwavering conviction, I am ready, and this time I will live true to the magnificent light I was born to carry. Leo woman, Leo man, you absolutely do not have to wait for some special day to begin living the life your magnificent heart has yearned for. Because that day, my friends, is today, and that precise moment is right now. As you sit there, perhaps quietly, perhaps with a hand over your heart, listening to every word, not just from me, but from the powerful, wiser version of you that has grown, understood herself more deeply, and knows unequivocally that she is more worthy than ever before. I invite you to engage in this profound practice, not as a distant, abstract ritual, but as a familiar, intimate whisper from your own soul. Place your hand on your heart. Feel that rhythmic beat. It is not merely the insistent knock of life. It is a powerful, undeniable reminder that you are still here, magnificently present, despite the days, perhaps many days, when it felt utterly impossible to keep going. And for everything you have bravely navigated, everything you have profoundly experienced, I want to offer you a powerful affirmation, not merely to self-soothe, but to awaken the ancient, untamed power that has always lived within you. A soft power, yes, but quiet and never ever defeated. Repeat after me, or simply whisper it in your heart. I am worthy of love, fully, gently, and deeply. I open my heart, wide and receptive, to receive all the profound goodness that is coming my way, because the brilliant light within me has never truly gone out. I forgive, not only those who may have caused me pain, but also myself, for the days when I didn't yet fully understand the magnificent being I truly am. I am a Leo soul, born to love, born to inspire, born to bring radiant light to the world, even if the world sometimes doesn't quite know how to name the incredible gifts I carry. You can revisit these lines every single morning. Write them down and place them where your eyes will easily find them, or simply whisper them into your heart as a profound way to remind your glorious soul, I have returned, and this time I am no longer walking in the dark. The universe knows you came here today. It knows you have been tired, deeply weary at times. It knows you have, on countless occasions, loved unconditionally, forgiven more than you thought humanly possible, and chosen gentleness, unwavering empathy, even when you deserved so much more protection, so much more solace. And today, the universe, in its infinite wisdom and boundless love, wants to tell you one thing. Thank you. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for choosing the expansive path of healing over the constricting grip of resentment. Thank you for remaining gentle, even when you had every conceivable reason to close yourself off from the world. You, my magnificent Leo, were once the one who loved what no one else dared to love. You were once the one who embraced mistakes, human imperfections that no one else truly noticed. You were once silently strong, fiercely resilient, just hoping, just praying that someone would finally arrive and say, I am proud of you. So let me be that someone today. I am profoundly proud of you. Proud that you navigated what no one else truly knew you were facing. Proud that you never, ever stopped believing in something brighter, something more, even when the world relentlessly tried to extinguish every last spark of hope within you. And if you have stayed with me until the very end of this journey, if your heart feels a deep ache of recognition, or simply feels heard, seen, and profoundly understood, leave a thank you to yourself in the comments below. Write one sentence. It doesn't have to be long, just deeply, authentically honest. Because you never truly know. Someone out there, another Leo navigating their own path, might desperately need to read exactly your words to believe that they too still have a powerful reason to keep going. This journey, my radiant Leos, doesn't end here. It is just beginning. But this time, it is a profoundly different journey. A journey no longer carrying the burdens of what you no longer are. A journey where you no longer strive to become someone you're not, but simply, gloriously, return to the magnificent soul you've always been. I believe with every fiber of my being that you will love, will live, and will soar. Not as someone others want you to be, but as the pure, magical, and utterly authentic soul you were born to be. See you again, Leo souls, in the next lights, the next whispers from the universe, and the powerful messages patiently waiting for you at the most sacred, divine timing. If you felt something profound touch your heart today, if every word resonated deeply, made you feel understood, accompanied, or beautifully uplifted, please let me know where you are on your journey in the comments. Just one heartfelt comment could be the guiding light for someone else feeling lost out there. And if you truly believe that messages like this deserve to reach hearts that are searching for light, for healing, for connection, please share this video as a gift of love. Who knows, you might be the one to bring a miracle to someone you've never even met. If you want to continue receiving these healing and inspiring messages, hit that subscribe button as a powerful way of declaring, I choose to keep walking this incredible journey with an open heart, ready for all the wisdom the cosmos has to offer. And finally, wherever you are, whoever you are, no matter how deeply you may have been hurt, I want you to know this profound truth. You are still protected, still heard, and still loved more, far more, than you have ever truly known. We will meet again in those sacred moments when the universe knows you need someone to whisper, I'm here, and you are not alone. Please let me know if you would like me to check any specific parts or add further insights from your original content.